For a lot of runners, their most important gear relationship, besides their running shoes, is their GPS watch. It's how they track their mileage and their time. It's how they measure their progress towards their goals. In today's social media age, it's how they stay connected to other runners on social media like Strava. And it's validation. I did this certain thing and here's the proof. I have a different relationship with my GPS watch. Well, to be fair, I have a different relationship with watches in general. I don't like them. I've never worn a watch in everyday life. I knew someone who once said that they didn't play cards because they didn't have card hands. I'm never sure exactly what it meant, but I believed them because they said it. I don't have watch wrist. Strava, or it didn't happen, is a phrase you hear often among runners. I have never tried on a watch that felt comfortable. A skinny forearm combined with a big bony wrist made it that there was no good place for the watch to sit. So when I started running, I was told to get a watch, and I did. I tried a lot of models, and none were comfortable. So I bought a cheap digital sports watch, and took the straps off and ran with it in my pocket. But it really didn't matter. I had a 5-mile loop through the streets of New Jersey and knew within 30 seconds what my time was without even looking at my watch. So I stopped using it. I have never tried on a watch that felt comfortable. But there was another reason I stopped using the watch, and it has more to do with my particular temperament than it does with wrist comfort. I'm not time obsessed, in life and in running. I understand that there are appointments and social engagements that require you to be somewhere at a certain time. But again, I never wore a watch, and I still got places on time. But other than that, I don't care what time it is, and I don't need the constant reminder. The same goes for running. I'm not obsessed with time. I run to enjoy running, the joy of movement, the being out in nature. How far or fast doesn't really matter to me. Training goals interfere with the natural flow of just running for running's sake. Does it mean I will never get better as a runner? What does that even mean? Is faster better? I'm not so sure. It's not that I don't understand people wanting to get faster. Of course I do, and I'm happy that they enjoy that process. I just like running, and everything else just gets in the way. I didn't run with a watch for years, but I bought a Suunto a few years ago when we started this channel. We made a video about some of our goals, and we needed data to back them up. I tried wearing it on my wrist, and it didn't work, so off came the straps, and into the pocket it went. But GPS watches don't always work well in pockets, so I wound up carrying it in my hand. You might have seen me doing this in some of our previous videos. And further, I never look at my watch when I run. I click the button to start it, carry it with me, forget about it, and then turn it off when I'm done running. I upload the data, and it's at that point that I know how far and fast I ran. And now finally, to the point. I've decided I'm not going to use a watch while running anymore. I have no running goals, and I don't really train, I just run. If I decide to do a long race, I'll just run longer in training. It doesn't matter the exact mileage or time, I'll just run longer. I will keep the watch because I can think of some instances where it would be handy to actually know how far something is, like running a virtual race like the Vegan Power 50 that we ran last year. I needed the data to prove that I had run the race, and so I will keep the watch for those kinds of situations. But for the most part, it will sit in a cupboard, keeping its own internal time. So, what are your feelings about running and watches? Let us know in the comments. It should be an interesting discussion. Thanks for watching and listening to me drone on about watches. I got no end game. I have no idea how to end it. Just look away.